Welcome to Project Library Planet and welcome to Lava Workshop and Library. Thomas and Lena here will just give us a tour of this little library. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
And welcome here.
Thank you very much. It's an interesting concept, a workshop and a library in the same space. How did you work this out?
Lava has existed in this building for almost 20 years now in different places, but not until this autumn in August when we reopened the library was added to the activity. So it's new, but I think it's a way of it's a consequence of this culture house, this cultural center in Stockholm has had already 5 different libraries. So this is the 6th. So there is a library for small children, there is a library for children from 10 to 13, there is a library for comics, a library for film and music.
So if there are so
and a library for adults, but there was no library for this age group from 14 till 25.
And why do they even need a library of their own?
Because if you are in a place where adults are, the adults always take over and they put the limit to what you can do and what is accepted. Here they can find the books that they want. They can also give us tips about books we should buy, or we still don't have. You could buy this and this and this. Oh, it's very good for us to have their opinions about books. And we also have lots of books connected to the workshops we have here. So we have lots of art books, we have music, we have books about creating different type of stuff, and lots of books about ideas.
Lava has always been a workshop, a place where people can come with ideas or projects or, try to learn crafts or whatever. And I think our selection also reflects that in a different way than like more, old school, traditional, this is more DIY, hands-on, learn how to stitch something, at whatever level you want to put it at.
Oh my God, this looks incredible.
Well, you're
what
right.
Can you do with this?
You can do whatever you want. There's all kinds of things. There's like little brooches if you want to put, beads or a little photograph or whatever. There are all kinds of beads. There's chains, there's pins, and
So you can make your own jewelry or something?
Yes. The idea with Lava has always been that people come here with their ideas and that we don't usually just do things and tell them this is what you can do, but we ask them, what do you want to do? Or what can we do with this? And then they tell us.
Wow.
Or what is missing, and then they tell us what books or what materials or whatever. And so it's basically made, hopefully, and shaped by the visitors and the people who come here.
Cool. And what can you do with these things? What is it?
This is obviously good for drawing, where does it switch on? Yeah. And in here, there's different kinds of materials like cloth, fabrics.
Oh, so you can make clothes?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's lots of cosplayers that come and sew. And there's always sewing machines that are threaded, waiting to be used. There's all kinds of, there's sequins, several hundred meters of sequins. There's buttons and threads, pins, all kinds of stuff. So basically, this
great
whole
for making costumes.
Bench is just full of materials and different things that people can use.
And what do I see here? Oh, look at this. It's a 3D printer.
It is, indeed.
What can you do with it here?
Well, you can make all kinds of things. Like, here's somebody who made a little dreidel.
Whatever that is.
It's a dreidel. Here's somebody who made a unicorn head.
Wow.
Very useful. A robot with glow-in-the-dark arms.
Oh, that's a dog.
A little dog, puppy.
Lovely.
And
so anyone can come with their own idea and make whatever they like?
Yeah, there's workshops every Tuesday when you learn how to, you know, and then there's also different levels on how you use the printer. You can just use not somebody else's project and tweak that, or you can learn how to make drawings and sketch for yourself and make prints.
Right.
And then people use that for, you know, you can print something like, I don't know, if you want to use a bird head skeleton and turn that into a fancy earring, then of course you can print something and use the jewelry kit to put together into a necklace or whatever you want.
That really gives a lot of room for creativity.
It does.
Right.
There's, this is our little pin factory where they can make, you know, pins that they print out in the printer, or they, you know, make a little collage or something, and there's different sizes. You could also use it to make keychains or magnets or whatever. Yeah.
So these all were made by users?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
These are little space cats magnets that you can put on the fridge. You know, perfect present. It's actually like, it's also one of those things that people can just come and do, and it doesn't really require you to learn like a whole craft. It's just, you know, you come, you do it, you look around. All right, but I was thinking, why don't we go and have a look at the Silkscreen Lab?
Okay, let's go.
It's over here. All right, so this is the Silkscreen Lab, where people can use silkscreen technique to print images on paper or fabric.
Right. Can you show us any examples? I don't think I have ever seen anything
There's
like that.
this one here. Looks like there's you know, cats
Oh, there's
here,
cats.
and like a little drawing of somebody there.
Yeah.
I don't know whose it is. Basically, you use a kind of film and then transfer it so that you can print with it. And you can use a drawing or a photograph or whatever you like.
And then you can transfer the picture on a t-shirt, for example?
Yeah.
Or how else can you use it?
You can use it for a tote bag, or you
Uh-huh.
could actually make fabric, you know, if you want to make 20 meters of a pattern with, you know, cats and triangles or something like that. That's, yeah.
Right.
totally.
So if I don't know how to do it, but I want to learn, will somebody teach me?
The only thing that you ever have to like pay for sometimes is the material. Like the knowledge, we all have different, you know, knowledge, know-how in different workshops and different materials and things. So for instance, I work a lot in here, and every Saturday people can come in that are total beginners and come up with any idea. Like, I want to make an image of, I don't know, the king with a big hat, you know? Like, we can try and look at that and see what we can find out with the image, and then take it in here. And by the end of the day, you'll have a t-shirt, or you'll have 50 meters of gold fabric with the prints of the king and a sombrero.
That's so exciting.
We can have a look at another room, the audio lab over here.
And you have an audio lab. How cool.
All right, so this is our audio lab.
Aha.
This is the place where you can come and, you know, play around with music, or record things, or learn how to mix new beats or whatever. There's workshops every week on different topics, and there's sometimes, you know, on different levels too, like more advanced or just an introduction. And sometimes people come just to, you know, play the drums for a little bit. You don't actually have to have a workshop to start doing that.
Right.
Yeah, and
So-
as soon as they've done the workshop, they get like their own like idea things, like a number. So you can book it from at home yourself. Like, a lot of people come and, you know, they're working on a project, like, I'm making this recording and it needs to be done by Wednesday. So they can log in from home and book the audio lab for a Tuesday, or like one of these like little desks, whatever they want to use. Yeah.
And so people can come in here, learn how to do everything from scratch?
They can do that, or some people come and they already know, like, you know, you can start at whatever level you're at, and then, you know, learn more. There's people who work here who have a lot of expertise in the different fields that we, you know, offer. So
How old are the people who usually come to this audio lab?
it's very different. I think that some of the, I don't actually know if I have any evidence for this, but my impression is that people are maybe like in their early 20s are more into like podcasts maybe. And then, but there's also a lot of girls who come on Wednesdays to learn like intro DJing, like how to mix beats and things like that. And I think it's nice to see that it's also like a mix of different people and, you know, genders and stuff too. When I found out about Lava, there was, you know, all these things that you could do for free, and I participated in a workshop. I remember like Chinese calligraphy. I started sewing.
Wow.
I sew now. I have a studio and I sew every day. But I started sewing at Lava.
So you learned how to do it there?
Yeah, you know, there was sewing machines and there was material and it was just to get started. And the same thing today. I work with images and textiles, but my point is that I sew every day and I use textiles every day.
Okay.
But that whole interest, I think, sparked. It grew out of starting having, you know, a closeness, accessibility to the material and the machines through Lava, actually.
What else do you do in the library?
Well, there was all these fanzines. There was, you know, film screenings. Sometimes it went on for 25. I remember like staying at Lava, sleeping at Lava, because there was film screenings that went on for 24 hours straight.
Wow.
You know, so it has a tradition. You know, it's been around for almost 20 years. So there's a lot of know-how. There's a lot of memories. There's lots of things, you know, in our archives where you can like gather materials from. But also, you know, because of the visitors, there's new things ahead as well, like a development that hopefully will still be interesting for people.
All right. How has the library changed and how is it changing now?
I think with libraries in general, you know, there's a tendency, or people, you know, are saying that, you know, young people don't read, or I don't know, warnings like that. We don't see any of that because people come and, you know, they ask for books. But also I think young people are very good at, you know, getting information from various sources. You know, there's a good visual literacy, there's all these YouTube videos, you know, and people who come to visit, I think we talked about that a little bit earlier in the interview, that come and sew, they don't usually ask for a pattern book. Because first we thought, you know, maybe we should get a book with like patterns on how to make dresses or whatever. People who come, and people come and sew almost every day, they usually use, you know, like their phone or their computer, and they find a pattern, they print it on our printer, and then try to enlarge it, and then, you know, it's a different way, I think, of...
So not just copying patterns from the books that you have, they're using their own imagination,
you know,
their own sources.
Which isn't like news, but I think it's like a different way of, you know, a development of the library and about the resources that we have as a workshop space. What
is it like to work in Lava? Is it fun every day, or are there some difficult moments sometimes?
It's great. Sometimes it's too much fun that I sort of want to come back when I have a day off.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes have difficult people who have impossible projects?
Well, that's the best thing that, you know, that's what we wish for, because we always ask people to come and just throw their ideas at us. And there's money that they can ask, you know, from the city council. There's stipends that you can acquire, that you can get, and you can fill in all the forms and all the, you know, everything that you need to know about that. You can get that information from us, and because this building also has like theaters, there's galleries, there's all this equipment and know-how, expertise in the building. So if we can't give you an answer straight away, we can probably find somebody pretty fast that knows, you know, that has an answer to your question.
So basically no project is undoable in your library.
I wish there were more undoable projects, you know, I just bring them on, challenge us, that's the main idea.
Thank you very much for talking to us, Thomas. It was really interesting and your library rocks. Keep it going.
Thanks for coming.